Tēnā koutou katoa, ko te rana te whakapāparanga mai, engāre ko kāpiti te whenua tupu, ko te whanganui a tara te kāinga, ko Aria tāku ingoa, tēnā tātou katoa. Kia ora, fellow students, fellow learners, teachers, academics, whānau and friends. My name is Aria Gardiner and I am deeply honoured to be your graduation speaker today. Education is a right, it should not be a privilege. As a teenager, I loved experiencing life as much as I could. I enjoyed being involved, meeting people, and living life to the fullest. And then when I was 15 years old, at the beginning of my year 11, I got very sick with a chronic illness called myalgic encephalomyelitis. And overnight, I was no longer able to get out of bed. There's a lot of grief in losing the life you thought you would live, and as a young teenager, those feelings consumed me. So, fellow graduates, I am standing here before you today, and I have not completed NCA Level 1, 2, or 3. I left college at the beginning of my year 11, and I never got well enough to go back. To stand here today is a dream come true, and my younger self would be very proud. Education is a right, however, it can also be a privilege. I am extremely fortunate that my body healed and I was able to come to Te Heiringa Waka via discretionary entrance. Each and every one of us knows the sacrifices, the commitments, and the work that went into this degree. I encourage you to make the radical decision to embrace every facet of yourself. Hold this space and give yourself and your education journey complete grace. Allow yourself to feel pride. You did this. And I wanted today not to just be a commemoration of what we have achieved, but also a celebration of what is to come. We may have just sat through a few hours of name calling, but this room, it's filled with energy, it's palpable. And I wonder, do you realize the infinite possibilities this room represents? Do you realize that this room houses the shakers, the movers, the dancers, the flirters, the artists, the preachers, the listeners, the teachers? You represent infinite possibility. And with that possibility, we must watch, we must pay attention, and then we must act. Education is a right, however, it is also a privilege. I know this because there are no universities left in Gaza. They have all been systemically bombed and destroyed. And yet, through unjust death and destruction, Palestinian students live on. They are everywhere. I see them on my social media. I hear their pain, and yet they do not stop advocating and fighting for a world that allows their freedom just as much as it allows mine. The thing about freedom and hope is they are deeply contagious. Let them spread. Fan the flames. Use your education to live out your dreams and also help others live theirs. I would like to end with a quote that perfectly encapsulates how I'm feeling and what I wish to bestow upon you all. It is by the effervescent Audre Lorde. Once you start to speak, people will yell at you. They will interrupt you, put you down, and suggest that it is personal. And the world won't end. And the speaking will get easier and easier. And you will find you have fallen in love with your own vision, with your own voice, which you may never have realized you had. And you will lose some friends and lovers and realize you don't miss them, and new ones will find you and cherish you. And you will still flirt, paint your nails, dress up and party, because as I think Emma Goldman said, if I can't dance, I don't want to be a part of your revolution. And at last, you'll know with surpassing certainty that only one thing is more frightening than speaking your truth: and that is not speaking at all. To my beautiful grandparents, my wider whānau, my incredible younger brother, my darling best friends, my mum and my dad, I would not be here if not for your unwavering care. You are all reflections of everything I hope to be. Thank you in particular at Te Haerenga Waka to Jeff Troughton and Philip Fountain, who taught me how to write a university essay because I hadn't written one since I was about 14, and who also fueled my passion for religious studies with their glorious teachings. Thank you to the students of Gaza, the people of Palestine, past, present, and future. You live on in our hearts. My degree is for you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you, and I am forever proud of you and this achievement. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.